Welcome to my beginner's guide to equipment filters. These filters, most of them already existed when you go into from the main hub to your gear. This is your hero inventory. The inventory is shared by all your heroes. And if you click right here, you have access to multiple um, sort options and filters and the search function. Most of it was already in previous versions, but now with version 4.2 that was updated 3 days ago, especially the search function has been improved considerably. Although I think that they got rid of some of the old search options, and I play the game in English, so I don't know if other languages are working as well. So this video is if you're playing in English. Again, I don't know about the other languages. But they also changed some of the search functions here for rarity and home level. So this is the gear vault. As you can see, I have currently 354 items out of maximum of 405. If you've watched other videos, you can increase the capacity of your vault by upgrading North Elm. And when he gets to level 50, you can further increase this capacity by spending ore and his crystals. But sooner or later, regardless of how big your vault is, it will start getting full. So I recommend you clean it out from time to time, uh, especially if you're going to join a party, clean out before you join the party. So you don't have to stop after 10 minutes and say, oh, sorry, my vault is full. These kind of things. Anyway, here are the different sort options. I use this one a lot. This is the calendar, and it will put the newest items that you acquire at the top. If you select this one, it will put the oldest items you have at the top. So I prefer to select this one. This way I can see all the new items I am obtaining, and I can salvage them easily. If you clean out your vault with relative frequency, this is an excellent way to keep it clean because you can see all the new stuff at the top. Next, this is the option that I use the most, the 9 to 1 down. This will put the item with the highest quality number at the top, and this one will put the item with the lowest quality number at the top, as you can see here. Now, I use this a lot. However, this takes into consideration both the item quality and the honing level of the item. So for example, this item that has 897 quality plus 400 honing, for this filter is a 102,097 quality item. It's adding both numbers together. So what happens here is that, as you can see, the three top items are fully honed, and this that has a very low quality compared to other items that I have here in the vault is also very high because of the quality level. But I really like this function because it puts the top items, the highest quality items at the top, so it's very easy to find what you want. This is alphabetical order from A to C and from C to A. I never use it. I don't know. Maybe you can find a good use for it. I personally never use it. These two items only take into consideration honing. So if you select this one, you will have the lowest honed items at the top. And if you select this one, you will have the highest. As you can see, this is fully honed. also fully, also this one is honed to 7 diamonds. This one is honed to 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, and everything else is 4 or lower. Again, I don't really use this one as much as I like to use the total one. This one with the star will also put the highest quality items at the top. However, this only takes into consideration the quality of the item, not the honing. So as you can see, this one is 979, 975. I have to deselect this, 958, etc. So it only takes into consideration the quality of the item, not the honing level of the item. And this one, I honestly don't know what it does. Sorry about that. Uh, yeah, I have no clue. Honestly, I only use these two. The calendar one to put the newest items at the top so I can clean everything new that I got, and this one that puts the highest quality items at the top. Next, in filters, we have obviously the 5 colors. You can select all or you can select none of them, depending on what you're looking for. And then we have the different item slots. So right now I have only selected helmets. However, if you select an item that you have equipped or a slot, even if you don't have anything equipped there, for example, this loadout 7, okay, if I select here the shield slot, it will automatically show me all the shields. So it's something that I personally never select anything here. I just prefer to select it on the items. So it shows me all the items available for that slot. Next, we have the gear set. This is extremely useful, especially when you go to the crafters in your followers tab and you want to refine some items. I mean, having to browse 350 items, good luck with that. So I always look first here in my inventory what I want to do. I want to sacrifice this item to this other item. I write them down, and when I go there, I just use the filters. Okay, so extremely useful. This is in alphabetical order. There is, however, one set that is out of order, which is the Lightbringer set. I don't know why this set is in the D between Dragon King and Dreamhold. Shouldn't be here, but for some reason is completely out of order. It should be obviously between the Gazduli set and the Necrotic set. But yeah, it's up here. So outside from the Lightbringer set that you may be, okay, I still have this one selected. No. Okay, it doesn't allow me to deselect. Let's exit and re-enter. Um, Now, but aside from the Lightbringer set, that is the other one, for some reason, every other set is in alphabetical order, so they're very easy to find when you're looking for a specific set. The next one is the rarity, and this is something that they changed. It was a different system before, and I like this system so much better than before. So here you can slide up and down. So you can see, for example, okay, I want to see all items from common to legendary. And here you have all items from common to legendary. Or, for example, you want to transfer an attribute from a legendary to another legendary because you can only transfer attributes with items of the same rarity. So you say, okay, show me only legendary items. And remember that these filters also apply. And you can also use color, etc. So this is excellent in my opinion. Mainly because before if you wanted to see any mythic item, you had to choose one of the 5 categories of mythic items. However, now you can select all of them. So for example, if I'm looking for an item that I want to sacrifice, I will say, okay, from mythic to immortal, mythic, and from 9 to 1. So you put the lowest one at the top, so I can decide, let's say, for example, this one has dark damage and I want to transfer dark damage to another piece of equipment. Okay, I can check here, it's a 5.33 and I can decide if I want to use it. If it's too low, okay, next item that I want to transfer. This one has 189 power. Now, remember that the quality of an item is an average of the quality of all, in the case of a mythic item, all 6 attributes. So sometimes, like here, you may have one very high attribute in an item that is otherwise of low quality because the other attributes are so low that they bring the average down. So this is something that I like to do when I'm looking for items to sacrifice in order to transfer attributes to a different item. Very, very useful. The next one is the hone level. I haven't used this one yet because, as I said, you can always filter here by honing, and I don't have that many honed items that I'm going to forget what I have. But I guess it can be useful if you're looking for something specific. This also is a filter for upgradable only. I haven't used it either. Uh, I don't know if, yeah, I don't know really what the use would be. But finally, the best function that they have improved is right here, is the search function. So let's say, for example, this is the loadout 7, so let's empty everything. And now let's say that I want to make a red shaman build. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to search what items do I have in my inventory that have fire starting mana. Enter, and the game shows me all the items that I have with fire starting mana. Starting because I'm using this filter option with the highest quality at the top and the lowest quality at the bottom. I cannot stress how useful this is, especially when you're looking for things like starting mana or critical hit damage. There, all the items that I have with an attribute of critical hit damage. Now, some of the attributes, unfortunately, are not that easy. For example, power and vitality. All weapons, shields, and all 4 slots for your accessories have power as primary attribute. And the game doesn't discriminate, doesn't understand that you're looking for a power as secondary because that's what you want to transfer. So in order for this to work, you need to select the slot. So here, for example, for all armors, they don't have power as primary attribute. Therefore, all these pieces of equipment have power as secondary attribute, as you can see right here. And this way you can, by selecting one by one all the different slots, you can find all the items that you're looking for with that specific attribute. And the same happens for vitality. All armors have vitality as primary attribute. As you can see, let me show you for the pants, vitality, for the gloves, vitality. So if you want to search for items that have vitality because you want to transfer them to a weapon or shield or accessory, then you need to select each one of these slots and have a detailed look of everything you want. Now, another thing, if you don't want to use this filter anymore, you need to delete the last search and then enter. I'm playing on PC, so tap. I don't know how it works on other devices. On PC, it's just delete and enter. Make sure that the search function is empty, and this is how you reset it. Because, for example, if we say critical hit chance, enter, and you go back to the lobby or to the hub, excuse me, and you re-enter, it's still filtered on critical hit chance. So make sure that when you don't want to use any filter, delete, enter, and that's how you reset this option. And yeah, as I said, I think it's great. I know that the previous version was using some keywords for the search function that were old keywords used in versions before 1.4, which is very old. It's over 2.5 years old, maybe 3 years old at this point. But this one, as I said, in English, I don't know about the other languages, but in English is excellent. You can very quickly look what you're looking for, find it, and yeah, use all these filters to find what you want with your equipment. And if you follow my guides, you know that I talk a lot about, yeah, starting mana, and then if you're using an elemental build to, for example, this is an ice elemental build, so ice damage. Ice damage, okay. Filter with all the items that have ice damage. Or as I said, power, although power has the problem that you have to select one of the all of the slots one by one to find what you're looking for. Or if you're using a physical build, a critical hit chance and critical hit damage, this can help you find what you're looking for very, very quickly, and especially for the starting mana. That's great. That in the previous version it was a bit harder to find. And yeah, that's the video. If it was useful, please like, comment, subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.